More times than not, LGBTQ people think about how their families will react if and when they come out. For many children, it could even determine whether their parents let them stay in their home or kick them out. Health Magazine editor-in-chief Amy Conway joins us now with some tips for parents whose children do come out. Amy, great to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So let's start off. A 2020 report by the Williams Institute at UCLA estimates right now 9.5% of 13 to 17-year-olds identify as part of the LGBTQ community. So what do you tell parents about how they should respond when their kids do come out?
Right. So in honor of Pride Month, we did an article about this, and we talked to parents, we talked to kids, and we talked to a lot of experts, and we have a lot of great tips. The number one thing for a parent is to realize this is not about you. This is about your child. So put yourself in your child's shoes. How would you feel if you were them? Would you feel scared? And as a parent, are you creating an atmosphere where your child can really feel comfortable and happy and accepted and truly themselves?
That's very good advice. And let's talk about why this is so important. One expert quoted in your magazine says, quote, "A supportive family can literally save a child's life. Children's risk of attempting suicide is 8 times higher in intolerant families." Can you kind of use that and explain how a strong family affects a child's decision to come out, how that reaction is so important?
Sure. Well, first of all, no one will come out before they're ready. You can't. So even if you are completely accepting and feel super open, don't go to your kid and ask them, are you gay? It's everyone's journey is personal, and it's really important that you just wait for your child to take the lead here. And then when they do, you cannot say, "I love you" enough. And don't ever put conditions on that. Don't say, "I love you even if ... That implies that your child has done something wrong. So you always just need to really listen and learn and keep those lines of communication open. Parents, we know, parents are naturally irritating to teenagers. We just can't help it as parents. So if your teenager's snippy, if you get the door closed in your face when you're trying to talk to them, don't let that discourage you. Keep knocking on that door and keep just showing support and openness. So you don't put pressure on your kids. Say something like, anything you want to talk about? No? Okay, cool. Just showing up for them builds the trust.
All great advice right there. You got families on one side of this, but then across the country, you have state legislatures that are considering bills or even passing and signing some bills that would directly impact LGBTQ youth, especially trans kids. Some states like Florida, Tennessee, and Arkansas have passed these into law. Talk about how even just this, the rhetoric around it, the news headlines, all of it does impact a child's decision to come out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. This is a scary time for kids who are coming out as they see these changes in legislation. So as a parent, the best thing that you can do is to just validate their feelings. You can't solve problems for them necessarily, but what you can do is listen and understand that this is a really scary time. So as a parent, you should stay informed yourself, keep up on all of the news, really educate yourself. And once you've done your research, look into the policy leaders in your own community and on a national level. Support those people and gather your information, and then you can use all of that to get out there and have your voices be heard.
And Amy, you are a parent. Do you have a message for children, kids out there who see this, who are questioning themselves right now? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to just listen to yourselves and communicate with your parents, your friends, your family as you feel comfortable. And as I said in the beginning, remember, this for the child, this is about you. This is not about other people. So you need to do what you feel comfortable with and what makes you feel the safest. Unfortunately, bullying is a reality and safety is not a given. So kids really need to do what makes them feel safe, and hopefully they can get that safety at home and their parents can support them and help them as they go out into the world.
Such an important conversation. Great advice. Amy Conway, great to have you on this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.